Welcome to the new Sandcrawler Workshop. I'm your host, Roger Schmidt, obviously, and this is going to be my second slideshow. And this is on my Coruscant landing platform diorama, the giant ship. It looks so cool when it's open, but it spreads out all over the place. I need to do something, but that sits here. This is the back. It's fairly simple, but I think it looks really good. And in the end, I'll do some more explaining after the slideshow is open. After the slideshow is over, and then hope you like it, hope you'll subscribe, and let's get on with the slideshow. After doing the instructions to the slideshow, it did seem, you know, with this, that you can put your figures on the outside, but the beauty of this thing is it opens up into a really nice, like, diorama. But here, there's no way to do it. There's just not enough room. And then when this is on a wall, it sticks out pretty far anyway. But I thought, So I went online and I found these. Idea. Well, since this just lifts off, this should be a simple fix. With the top off, this should be a very simple addition. I just need to take this off. I bought a few of these because I can see these for future projects with things that, you know, if you slide them out, you got a lot more room to show things, but not being so intrusive. So when you push it back in, just something you can use to show it off. So I will mount 2 of these on here, mount them to the base. Yep, I just need to attach these under here. But I got to make sure, I'm going to put the whole thing on and see what it does and see if I need all of it. But I probably will leave it on there just in case. But I'll need to see how far out it needs to slide to be able to open it up. Well, instead of guessing, which is normally what I do, I decided to make a calculated guess. So I'm going to spread this thing out and see about how much room I'm going to need. So, see how far out it will go. Take the pieces out. And this, yeah, this part is the one that slides out. This is about as wide as it gets right there. That is really wide. I can make that kind of stand up, but oh boy, that is going to be a ways. This thing opens up to about 21 inches wide, a little over 21 inches wide. I guess I should have measured it in first. From 17. That's not too bad. 4 inches. I'm going to give it 5 inches. That way you can kind of get around the sides and really see it a lot better. So we'll try that. Okay, since Overkill is my middle name, I could probably use just 2 screws, but I'm going to go with 3. So I'll go 1 inch in. I always pre-drill. Rarely do I not, because I'm tired of splitting wood. And we'll go about right there. Oh, come on. To go. Now that I have them lined up, and clamp down. It takes a little longer, but I prefer to do it this way. Instead of doing them all at once, before I get into the others, I just put one in first and then make sure it's all lined up. Otherwise, if something slips a little bit, then you got holes off, and I hate that. Say it just takes a little time to flip it back and forth and double check. That's my other middle name. I learned that from my dad, and I thought it was crazy back in the day. I always say double check, double check, double check. I'll tell you what, I made more mistakes because I didn't double check. So I double check. Just to make sure. Now I got them screwed all together. Let's check these. Now there is play in these, but it should be okay because when you get it out here, it doesn't move a whole lot, which should be fine. So I need to put these on. Figured I'll go here. And then this will sit right here. Yes, these are 2 3/4. So I need to go 1 5/8 from either side. Well, I finally got them all lined up. It wasn't as easy as I thought. Because everything's kind of, but that's not going anywhere. Because that is really strong. And that's not attached as well as it will be when it's on a wall. But it slide in and out real good, so I'm going to put the top on and let's see what happens. Yeah, I'm going to need to take this off of here and put it on a wall. This is really... I need to fix this down here. I'm counterbalanced with the sail barge, but yeah, this is kind of warbly. But yep, that's what I intended to do. She's done for the very first time in all these years. Displayed, opened. There just wasn't enough room. But now there is, because it's the same size. It's actually a little small. But I didn't make it for being opened up. It was just going to be like that. But I think this is so cool. You can move it back in, put it up. This is neat. I don't know how they stood in the movie or anything else, or how I put them up last time. They're all standing on their own, though. So if something falls over, you know. Got the elevator. I got to go find my red R2 that came with this. I got it somewhere because, like I said before, there were 3 of them. 2 of them stolen. Of course, I took the one where it was still there. Yeah, that's neat. There's a button down in here. It doesn't seem to... It ain't working right, but it goes underneath. Let's see if I can get this out of here. It goes underneath this, and it's got battle damage. And there's a piece underneath it. Oh, there it is. So if you put this in, it doesn't touch the button. I got a feeling it has something to do. I can't remember if it has an explosion sound when this thing gets hit or what, but yeah. And I got people in charge. I have my own pilot in charge. So, yeah, I think that turned out really well. And I beefed up the back here. The sail barge is gone. I got other things I need to do back there. But
Yeah, that's going to work really well. It'll be up in the house, oh, probably in about a week. I'm looking for a spot up there to temporarily put it till I get my museum at least part of the way finished. It should be started on next winter, but we'll see. Stay tuned.